What's going on? It's your man DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy Aro.
It's your boy TJ, the mayor.
And this is Beyond the Tracks podcast.
Your podcast's favorite podcast. What's happening then?
What it do?
What's happening? What's happening, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
We're in the building.
Before we even get started, I'm gonna let y'all know right off the bat who's over there across from me today. Cause we getting spooky. Look at you. You already laughing. You already laughing. Yeah, man. So obviously we got the infamous to your right. In the middle, we got Stelios, aka Spooky. Big brother Spooky.
Yo.
Over to the right of Spooky, we got none other, Ryan Mahoney, Brainjerk Entertainment CEO, Mr. 40 Bash. Mr. 40 Bash. This fool still hungover.
Just woke up.
Don't even
Just
drink,
woke
and he's
up
still
from the
hungover from a party 2 weeks ago.
You're like, you was there?
Right. What's going on, gentlemen? How we feeling?
What's going on? How you guys doing?
Everybody good? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
So today, man, we have a very special podcast. It's that time of the year we talked about. It's October. You know what I mean? And the man sitting across from us, we talk about him every podcast. We give him a shout out. But also, he's got some really cool things coming up, man. He's got a spooky bowling. He's got a spooky night, which is going to be a 2-night haunted house over at the FOP. And so many more things. Ryan has a bunch of stuff planned. Actually, a big party coming up this weekend, I believe. We're going to get into all that. First, we got to hit y'all up with some sponsors. So, without further ado, shout out to 8 Mile Vodka. That's our boy Mikey Shoe over there, along with the Berkeley brothers and the Tomey brothers, and Born Detroit, and everybody over there. Thank y'all for your sponsorship. We appreciate y'all. And man, thanks for keep flooding the city, man, with this award-winning. With these award-winning vodka that we got going on here. And thank you for supporting, as always. Ron, what you got over there, good brother?
I got my man Cheat Designs, custom wearable art and prints. You can hit him up at www.cheat-designs.com for all your custom wearable art needs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Mike, what you got going on?
Man, as always, I got JC from JC Quality Construction. He does everything from the 2x4 to the key to the front door. You can hit him up at 734-652-9715. Tell him Beyond the Tracks podcast sent you, and you get what? 15% off all materials.
Y'all been practicing without me.
You get 45, 47. Minus 15.
Right.
You feel me? Actually, Monday. Yeah, Monday. Monday is the start of
the project?
The project in my crib. Project rip shit the fuck down.
You gonna put that stripper pole in?
You see, this is what we talk about, you know?
It'd be like 18 seconds in, 19 seconds in.
You guys gonna start
like Mike,
keeping a tally.
Mike just had his 80th year anniversay with his wife. Right. You know what I mean? And he's and he's really trying for us not to get to our 80th day. You know?
Nah, man, that'll keep it moving. Keep things spicy.
Yeah, so how y'all gentlemen doing over there, man? Everybody good? I was trying to give JC's Quality Construction an extra plug, and I mean, this is what I was talking about when I said we're gonna mess around and lose our sponsorship. Yeah. So for our next sponsor, actually, boom, hold on. For our next sponsor, we got to do this proper. With this. Here, you take the soy joints, you know what I mean? Take them shoot your dealer, boys. Get that in front of you, bam, 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 bam. Woo!
How many bams?
Bam! We handle candles up in this joint, y'all. Hey, this is very special because the man behind We Handle Candles is right across from us. Spooky, why don't you give a plug out for We Handle Candles and Spooky Films?
Man, check us out. We're on Facebook, Instagram for all your candle needs. We handle candles, so you don't have to. So we've got our fall joints. We've got our horror themed candles. You know, the Michael Myers joints. What's your favorite scary movie? Scream, of course. I believe the ones that you guys have are the Big Witch Energy, which kind of smells a little bit like patchouli, and then the caramel apple as well. So those are the big joints that we're pushing out right now.
My bees kept getting mixed up. when I was trying to say that last time.
Patchouli?
Patchouli.
What's that?
That's that hippie shit.
Yeah, Kayla had to put me hip. I'll tell you that because I didn't know what it was.
That's that hippie shit.
I was like, I'll let you handle this. So shout out to Kayla for whipping it up and doing something crazy out there.
Hey, she handles candles.
Yeah, she handles candles. So.
Yeah, I mean, there we go.
He said we handle candles so you don't have to. That's what I love. I like that.
It was a J line to me. It was a bar.
Right,
it was a bar to me.
I'm working on it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so let's get this party started, man.
Hold on, let me.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Wow. Yeah, man. So, Spooky, just tell us what you got going on coming up, man.
So this weekend, October 14th and 15th, we're gonna be at the FOP Hall for a spooky night. It's our 2-day haunted house. It's come get spooky. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much is going on right now. Just been working hard on it. That's all I gotta say.
You've been busy.
We've been busy, yeah. So it's a clown and witches theme. A lot of people have been asking me if it's kid friendly. I'm telling them, yeah, it really might not be, but bring them anyway. So we'll see.
Spooky.
Say 14 and up, maybe.
Yeah, about 13, 14 and up.
Kids,
yeah.
some kids younger than that, they gonna cry.
We were just at the park yesterday for the Hocus Pocus with Eat My Treats, and there was a couple clowns out there, a couple costumes, and the kids were loving it. They didn't seem scared at all. So I don't know.
The internets have ruined the kids scare thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, these kids have no fear in them.
Clowns are weird, man.
I
like them.
Clowns.
I like them.
I mean,
actually, the day that we're recording this is Monroe Nutrition. It was Pennywise.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I got one right here.
The specialty was the
show them
the
that
Pennywise.
right there. Yeah. Shout out Monroe Nutrition. Shout out Jeff, Steph out there.
Yeah, we don't mess with them clowns, bro.
Jeff, you wasn't there this morning though. We'll talk about it.
Hey,
it's Monday.
Them clowns, bro. Them clowns. But you know what though, man? I think the internet's has desensitized kids. Maybe that might be it. You know what I mean? Because you see so much at a young age.
Yeah, they know too much too early.
Yeah.
For sure.
They ruin the scare taxes. We got to start dropping kids off in cornfields again. You know what I mean?
Start doing something.
Get that shit back, bro.
Turning the lights off.
Man, these kids soft nowadays, man. They ain't gonna be able to handle that.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got to scare them somehow.
Yeah.
You know what? You know how you scare them? Say that the internet's gone. It's done.
Right. Wi-Fi is done.
Yeah.
Elon Musk bought the internet and shut it down.
Shut it down.
We're going back to fucking pigeons.
I mean, yeah, they'd be freaking out. Take their phones away. They wouldn't know what to do.
Right.
But
I don't know what to do. I broke my phone.
Spooky
I'm mad
night.
about it.
I mean, I'm geeked for it, guys. I mean, we've been working really hard at it. 2-day event. It's a clown and witches theme. It's gonna start at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come on out. Joshy Boy Edits. He's gonna have a photo booth there. We got a little spooky photo booth going on. We're gonna have the selfie casket station as well.
What I like about this is when I met you, you told me that this was your dream.
Right.
So to be here now and actually doing it, I think you guys don't realize how some of the watchers maybe don't realize how huge this is.
Yeah, I appreciate
this is
that.
year 1, I know, but we talked a lot about year 2, 3, and 4. So
Right.
I think this is something that's going to be going on for a long time.
And year 2 is already in the works. We already have the flyer and everything for it. So I'm going to be dropping that the day after the haunted house is released. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh man! So this is gonna be a build up thing?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna try to add more and more every year? Is that what the plan is?
Next year we're already talking about haunted hay rides. Everything like that is already in the works. So I don't want to release too much because the first one isn't here yet.
Progression.
So, so as soon as the first one's done, we're already rocking with the second one.
Yeah,
What's up?
You've been skating and bowling and now you're scaring
Doing
more
this
kids
dude.
and
This
filming
guy right
and
everywhere.
right.
Everywhere. Let me introduce you to my artist I just signed.
Right. That's what's coming next.
Coming.
Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
well, he
man,
was shooting videos like crazy.
Bro.
You got your own artist now, too?
I mean,
Mac
Trey.
I was going to say Mac
you
Trey,
go,
man.
you go ahead. Don't let me.
Shout out Bumble's Boy.
I
you
might
know
be
what
talking
mean?
too much.
No, go ahead, please. So yeah, Mac Trey. We're pushing him heavy right now. We're just waiting on the final mixing to be done, and then definitely a listening party is going to be coming. The album release. We've got like 20 music videos in the works. Like
That's dope.
he keeps me busy.
No, I was chopping it up with him at Ryan's 40th, man, and Spooky introduced us, and we got to chopping it up, and I was just impressed by how how professional he was, how passionate he was about not being done with the project. You know how some people just try to push it out.
Right.
It's about throwing it out there before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of actually perfecting it. Like just talking to him, you can feel the passion from him. Like, bro, I got like 4 or 5 more joints to do that I got to really clean up and do this and do that. And
He's
some more
coming up with-
videos. And I said, what?
Yeah, he's got so many ideas.
It's just
and
different
notes.
because nowadays people just try to throw it out.
They're just trying to throw it out.
I recorded on Friday. I put it out on Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely. He's got like an old school mentality to him, I guess. You know what I mean? Like he's really trying to prepare that for the best. It's not just like I could put this out, sure, but
Right.
he's got some good stuff in the works. So, like I said, we're just waiting on the mixes. As soon as the mixes come back, it's go time.
Mac Trey.
Mac Trey, yeah.
And he's above 6'2".
Damn.
This is why I say this. No, this is why I say this. It is easier if you're like 6'2", 6'3", if you're taller than a lot of people, it is easier to get like when nobody knows you to get the fans to interact with you. I'm telling you, there's a study out there.
I believe you.
That actually like when people see Mark Wahlberg in real life, they're kind of let down or disappointed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People like that they think is a lot bigger than they are.
right.
So when you are bigger, it's a whole. Bro, I went down a deep dive. You know, I go down a deep dive, rabbit holes,
Always.
documentaries, just about the new age of coming up.
Yeah.
I know that might sound crazy and off the wall, but when I seen this documentary, I thought of Mac Trey.
Okay.
I don't know why.
What was the documentary called?
I'll send it to you because it was like a YouTube documentary, and I don't remember the name. It wasn't on like a Netflix or anything.
Okay.
But same thing I was thinking about Mandela. Mandela's a very big dude.
Yeah.
Right.
His presence
Yeah.
is big. So he has a little bit of an upper hand because he's a big presence.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same thing with your boy Polo.
Yeah.
Polo's about what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just find that when you see them people, you know what I mean? And then when I watch the documentary, I was like, man, it does make sense. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out Polo too. He turned up for your party.
Yeah, it's great, man. All them guys that came
Polo
to
Frost.
play, they came.
Turned
It
up.
was a great concert.
And
It was.
and
That's what it was. It was a
Nice lineup,
concert.
too. Yeah.
It was a concert.
2 down.
Bricks turned up. Della
Yeah.
turned
I
up.
was gonna say, I
Brand
seen you
jumped
had
in the middle,
like
he had to
845
perform somewhere
performances. I'm like, damn.
Right.
How long is this party
Yeah.
gonna be?
Right.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, we told him just 2 to 3 songs, but you know, Ryan gave me the complete control for the artist. And I was
My
like,
director, man.
Yeah,
That
I was
was
like,
awesome.
I gotta put these guys up, you know, because I've been.
Right.
It looked like
hyping
it
these
was
guys up.
Spooky's birthday.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
It was crazy, you know. So I appreciate you guys showing them love, and they definitely appreciate being able to come out here, you know, from performing out in Ypsilanti and performing out in Detroit. Now
Right.
they get a whole other different field and perspective on different audience too. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So it
Yeah.
makes it feel more real to them rather than just being on the internet.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Rome's brother,
Yeah,
our man Bricks.
turned
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Bricks
Awesome.
turned up, and I believe that was his first performance in a while, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
good
he just
while,
now
yeah.
getting back to it? So
I don't even know. I know last time we talked, he's still producing. He's like, you know, I'm just really rapping because I love it, you know. But you know, anything can happen, you know.
he still got it. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
amazing.
That was amazing.
I know that. And
good
yeah, and
footage.
Ryan,
Hard.
And the
Yeah.
lyrical.
let me know what you
Yeah,
think
he-
seriously
yeah,
because that was the
literally,
first time
I
you've
listened
ever
to it
seen
again,
him.
too.
Yeah, Brick's a
you know,
lyricist.
and watched the video a little bit, and it was like, wow, I was thoroughly
Yeah,
impressed.
Bricks
That was
go.
awesome.
Bricks go. We was talking about that earlier. All them dudes, remember Lumberjack? All them dudes go, you know?
Yeah, their whole clique.
Yeah.
They get to going. And rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in
Young
peace.
Chief.
Yep, Chief. That's what made me think of that.
Yeah, that lineup was fire.
It was.
Yeah, shout out to all them artists too, because they all showed love to each other. You know how it be, you know, sometimes at the shows, a lot of people got egos and shit. You know, like
Yeah, they let us
perform,
put
I'm
them
gonna
where we
dip out,
wanted
you know,
them
it's
and
like-
hung out and did it for free.
Yeah.
Them guys all did that for my birthday, and I appreciate that so much. I couldn't ask for a better party. That was incredible.
How does it feel to be 40, my friend?
For that party, that's all I can think about. So, you know what? I'm not thinking about being 40 as much, and that was the plan. Like, I really was bummed for a couple years leading up to, you know. No one wants to get older, and then I got a young wife, and
Right.
it didn't feel good. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to go out like fucking Diddy in Monroe. So I did all I could do, and my family did all they could do, and shout out to all my friends and family that came out, and people that had the videos made with
Yeah,
our
I
logo
saw that
in
video.
Times
That's what I'm gonna
Square
start
and all
calling you
this
for the,
stuff.
for the next
Yeah.
year. Ryan Diddy.
I love it.
Oh, Diddy.
I'm just trying to
Bro,
make it.
We have all told you on this podcast, happy 40th. So I want
Thank
to tell
you.
you happy 40th
Thank
from the B.T.T family.
Get the golfers class.
But also, I have to tell you thank you. because not once throughout the night was a monkey in my face. You know what I mean? We told a story on the podcast, man, about all the different times.
What kind of monkey though?
The fucking
He was there for a little
chimp?
bit.
Nah,
What is it?
Caesar,
Spider
monkey.
monkey.
Spider monkey. Yeah.
Caesar was in
We
the
told
building.
the story on here last week or 2 weeks ago about the first time we met. You know what I mean, at the reunion.
Okay.
And how you remember the first conversation?
Okay, now I do. I didn't realize that was the first time.
Yeah, when you wrote
Come
me this
back.
message, and then
Yeah.
literally at the end of the message, he wrote me a message on Messenger.
I forgot about that.
And then the end was, yeah, come on up, we got a monkey.
Boom.
And I was like, wait, fuck everything that you said before this.
That's
Did I just hear you got a monkey?
be
No,
doing
get
some
that
shit I
monkey.
forget about
Get
stuff.
that monkey. No, I ain't messing with that monkey. And then I told the story about when I pulled up the Maybe Day and you had the alligator.
Oh my God, yeah.
When me and Nate was talking and we turned
And
around.
I'm really not like a zookeeper kind of guy.
No,
you
you're
know?
a fucking zookeeper,
Just
bro.
fucking seems to happen, you know. But
He just
no,
showed with an alligator.
I love it.
Yeah, right.
He know people that know people that know people.
Right.
So he can
That's
get
it.
monkeys,
Shout out to
alligators.
Tyler's Exotics. Okay, thanks a lot, Tyler.
Is that who has everything? Like the kangaroo,
He's
everything?
got it all. That's him. Just one
Okay.
guy. You'd think it was Steve Irwin or something, but it's Tyler's Exotics.
Okay, so the people listening, 2 weeks ago, if you thought I was bullshitting,
Right.
this is the guy. This is the guy I was telling stories about. Like, I'm not bull. There was a kangaroo, y'all. There was a kangaroo.
Right. This dude showed up with a kangaroo.
He's got some cool
With a
stuff.
kangaroo.
That's a flex.
That's a Mike Tyson with the white tigers types.
Right, that's
I
a
mean,
flex.
really
That-
think about it,
Listen,
bro.
Conversation piece.
That's Mike Tyson with a
coming.
white tiger.
Yeah.
it's
for
coming. That's right.
yeah, check that
So at some point he will have. He might not start out with the white tiger, but he gonna come with a tiger.
Ryan's gonna mess around and say I ain't got the tiger, but he'll bring a bobcat
Right.
with a muzzle on.
Big old bobcat.
Send you 3-4 options. Like, which one you want?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Pick 'em.
The
A, B, or
Bear
C.
semi-pro, you remember that? Run for your life.
Hey, they got Tiger King Part 2. Tiger King Part 2.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Hey, that girl calling Ryan out on the news. Oh man. Oh man.
Don't
we
call
just
me to film it. I'm not gonna be there.
well, Rome. We just lost Peter.
Right.
So
Jeez, oh, Pete.
shit. Ryan, what do you got coming up? You got some events coming up.
Work hand in hand with Spooky. So all those events that you mentioned, the Spooky Bowling, the 29th, this is our first time doing that, so that'll be cool. We're working with Shane, the owner of Mugsy's. I like Shane a lot. I like everything that he's doing in the community, so I really want to shine on that. And then we work a lot with Jeff Ott. We just did a murder mystery dinner a couple nights in a row, sold that out.
Nice.
The older women, they love that, and I have a really good time in there doing that with them. And we had a really good time. I'll tell you a story in a minute. It was just
Well, explain to the people what mystery dining is.
so the murder mystery is real cool because we've got a friend that basically puts the story together, and it's a fully immersive dinner theater. So
Really?
everybody's in. So you get a script.
Right.
And sometimes it does seem a little overwhelming for the first 5 or 10 minutes, but just trust me and just read in. You don't have to know everything, but there's a lot of pointers and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. And then, just shout out to 8 Mile Vodka because they get that place turned up. But the old ladies get turned up real quick. The first dinner we did with Josh. So he goes out and lays down like the dead guy. The lights go out for a second, and the lights come on, and oh my God, Felix is dead. So Josh is dead, So this lady runs over, and this ends up being a lifelong customer of Jug, of Jess. Runs over, I'll wake him up. He's okay, and she's pounding and crying. Felix, wake up, Felix. She says, I'll get him up, and reach down and grabs him right on his stuff, and
I seen that
tugging
picture.
and
I was
shaking
wondering what
him.
happened.
Yeah, and we're laughing. Shane Neckel and I from the reporters are at the bar.
Right.
2 feet from this, laughing like hyenas. Josh now sits up, and if you know Josh, come on, Josh, you're complaining, That's what we're thinking. Well, he looks up and he's like, I'm being sexually assaulted. You guys think it's so fucking funny, But that was the best story ever. So we told Jeff, and come to find out that woman had lost her husband that year, and it is a lifelong customer. And he's like, for her to be out there having that kind of good time, we call her Hansy, was calling her out all night. The story always turns where there's girls trying to get with people's husbands and stuff. So I'm in the back calling all these hussies and stuff, and they're oh my God, hands are up, red in the face, and we had so much fun doing that. I can't stress how much fun.
That's
that
cool.
is.
Where was that at? Little
And
Brown
that was at
Jug?
the Little Brown Jug. Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully soon to come to like Monroe, maybe to Maya's or something, and get Monroe in on that because we're pretty well getting the maybe crowd and that crowd out there to sell that out those 2 days. So
Yeah, that's dope.
real fun.
That is
Yeah,
very
man, that's
dope.
really cool, man.
Halloween party though that we got coming up will be big.
Yeah.
Halloween party. What do you got coming up?
That's at Romulus, E-Course Road and Wayne Course Street, I believe is the name of the road. And
That's the
we've
20th.
done a party there before. I threw a full performance here before. notable artists was a real good time. This one is going to be one for the
That's
books.
the Nightmare on
Wayne Course Street.
Wayne Course
Yep.
Street.
This is
Nightmare
gonna
on
be
Wayne
one for the
Course.
books, guys. The guy that I'm working with, shout out to Mac Delfino. We work closely with Mac. He's done a lot for us. He did a lot for the party. I've got to know him in a very short time, but he knows a girl that I consider very, very close, like my sister, CG. And her house is set up perfectly. They got it all set up back there. They got a good space, and this is gonna be one for the books.
Oh, so it's gonna
I
be
don't
an
wanna say
old
too
school
much.
house party.
This
huh?
is gonna be wild. This is gonna be a good one. So.
Wait,
Shout out to 8 Mile Vodka because
old
they're
school house-
sponsoring.
Wow.
And of course, what day is that?
And then that's Friday the 21st.
22nd.
22nd, is it?
Yeah, I believe it's.
Saturday.
No, Saturday's
Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Make sure. I don't want to say
I'm
the
not
wrong
sure.
day,
We got so
but
many days.
Say
I'm
Friday.
sorry.
Friday,
I know. We
Friday
gotta
is the
do- we'll pull it
21st.
on the screen.
It'll come up on the screen.
Saturday is
a
the
mid
22nd.
event, actually. It's a Mike Tyson meet and greet that we want to try to go to that we were invited to. So lots of stuff in October,
21st
man.
is the Friday Funnies too.
Friday
right?
Funnies, man. October 21st. You heard Spook. Go ahead, Spooky.
No, you go ahead.
No,
Come on,
plug it, bro.
That's
No,
B.T.T. right there. So.
Man, and thank you, Stelios, because Spooky and Dev shot the first commercial for it.
Yep.
We got a couple other videos that we're gonna put out, and he's also helping sponsor it. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Along with 8 Mile and Beyond the Tracks Productions. So yeah, October 21st.
And they're gonna have a dope ass DJ. That's
Well,
what I
I
heard.
was going to get to that part.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
I wasn't forgetting you, but when I go down what I'm about to go down, that's when you come in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you're the talent.
Oh,
so
yeah,
how
that's
it,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, we're behind the scenes.
Right.
Like, there's a build up. That's how that works.
Can you tell us about who you got performing there? Because I did notice.
I didn't forget
the
about
guys,
you.
but-
I didn't forget about you.
Brotherly love.
I didn't
Right.
forget about you.
I like that.
You're coming.
I like
I was thinking maybe I could gear this one up.
What do you mean? Give it up? You're booked. What are we
I mean,
talking about here?
What are you
I'm
talking
trying to
about?
have a good time.
I got this other DJ that might be interested in it, and you don't even have to pay him.
He'll be in the Carolinas.
Nah, he's coming back.
Audience, we have DJ Smitty in the studio today, man. That's who we're referring to. Longtime friend. If y'all don't know who DJ Smitty is, y'all been living under a rock. But yeah, so October 21st, we got Big Dooley. You know what I mean? He's gonna be the feature comedian. Also, we have Kevin Zioli. I told y'all we keep an Italian on the card, don't we?
Right.
We keep an Italian on the card. I don't even know if he's Italian. Sounds like
funny.
it. Yeah,
He's gonna be Italian on the 21st.
He'll be Italian on the 21st. Kevin Zioli, you know what I mean? And also, it's going to be hosted once again by Downtown Dev.
There you go.
Devin Rucker, man. He's coming back. He killed it. He killed it the first one he
I
did.
enjoyed that thoroughly.
Oh
man.
my
I told
God,
us
did
that
he
was
not kill it? His first time hitting the
So
stage?
this will be even better.
Listen,
can't
what I
wait.
love about Dev is Dev put on some Detroit gear, and he immersed himself in that culture.
Yes, he did.
I was like, I didn't know Dev was such a
And
gangster.
then-
Nah, you see. Listen, he didn't remember. That's Dev. That was real.
Dev
That was
that
real.
was Dev.
That was Dev.
He was just letting his hair down. That's all that was.
Exactly. That was
Dev was just letting
authentic.
his
I
hair
love
down.
that right off
That was
off the
authentic.
back. He
Take notes, Grace.
He put
That was authentic.
That was authentic.
That was real Devin, all
Be
right?
careful.
Tell you
It
that's
was-
with us when you ain't here. You know?
Oh, she knows. She knows.
Right, exactly.
Because our team was that we put a team together for the first Maya's trivia night, and she knew. Like we was keeping it.
That's
when
funny.
you're competing, you keep it really real.
Yeah.
Grace is just sitting back there sipping like. Little, eating like, oh my gosh. Well, me, Pete, and Dev are yelling at each other. You know what I mean? Mikey's over here just looking at all of us like we're stupid, flipping stuff. Yeah, it gets good. It's like, yeah, let's go. Trivia night gets like Monopoly.
That's
you know what I
my
mean?
guy.
love
You know how Monopoly gets after a
Oh
couple
my
drinks.
God.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But
That's
wow.
funny, man. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, so Downtown Dev is going to be hosting. Also, boom. So after all the comedy gets done, which is around 11 o'clock, then we're about to rock out for the rest of the night with DJ Big Mike.
Give me some horns, bro. Give me some horns.
You know what I mean? I'm there. I told you, I got you. You know what I mean?
man.
Wrong, did I not tell him I got him?
You got him
You know what I mean? Totally Focused will be in the building.
in the building.
On the ones and twos, the nines and tens. I don't care if it's Serato or it could be his iPhone. We don't know. We just know that it's just jamming, and he makes it happen.
gonna be
Y'all
nice.
just seen that for the first time
Right, at Dev's wedding.
at Dev's wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a lot of things going wrong.
Did you go hard?
He still, boom, went hard.
Hey,
I'll tell a story in a second. I'll let him speak, but I got a
It's a
story.
wedding, though.
He was
you know?
frazzled when I
It's
got
a-
there.
It's a
but
we-
I
it's a
was like,
wedding.
It was
treat him like that.
once again,
Right.
man. I'm just gonna tell you this. I had a meltdown. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Ryan, who man, he came
just got
through
lucky.
in
What
What
the
was the
all luck,
situation?
So, quick story is I get out there, I'm setting all my equipment up. They got this little ass generator. Plug up to everything. I'm getting
Nothing.
just the weakest power. Like it's not even
Enough to
powering up my computer and my controller together, let alone the speakers. So we're going through all that. They switch some things around. Still not getting enough power. It's popping. It's cracking. It's sounding crazy. And, people are looking at me like I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Who set this up?
these are motherfucking, $2,000 speakers. Like they don't sound like that, you know?
Right.
Got a couple people in the audience, trying to tell me, get this plug and that plug. And I'm bugging, right? Ryan comes in. He's like, dude, like, what's going on? I'm like, man, I just ain't getting enough power. Didn't even flinch. He was like, my man lives about 3 miles down the street. Let me see if I can grab his generator.
co-op.
And you can just rock off that one generator. Now I'm thinking Ryan, his man, is gonna bring through
The same one.
another type of generator that I can just run off of, right? Yeah, he had to bring it. Well, he had to bring that motherfucker in a backhoe.
Right.
It was that big.
Yeah.
It was bad.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
And
up.
I'm just like, the fuck, But literally, dude set it all up. I plugged up my shit. As the sound became perfect, Dev and Grace pull up.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
So-
the way it timed up.
So they never knew nothing. Everything
They know now.
was yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I told him. I
Right.
told him that night. But once again, man, shout out
Mr.
to
Wickenheiser knew, I tell you that.
I got a hold of him and he said, there's something about a generator. I said, oh, don't worry about it. We already, talked to Mike.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
That's what's up.
I knew at that point, where we're at. You know what time it is. So I'm not about to
And it
front.
was
If I can
banging.
do something
And
to help,
then
I'm going to help.
and then finally, after
Definitely.
everything, the party gets jumping. Rome knows how I started off, and Dev was getting everybody on the dance floor. And Spooky is literally like going through people's legs and coming up like he is filming. I
He's a
need
bad
some of
mamma
that.
jamma.
I need some of that footage.
Yeah.
But Spooky will tell you, it went off so like as soon as the dancing started, from that point on, the rest of the night was
I'm telling
perfect.
you that set list that you had when Dev did his little solo after all the slow dances went
Yeah.
on. I'm just like, man, that was just a perfect build up.
Yeah.
To just bring the whole crowd to the dance
I try.
floor. It was great.
I try.
Hey,
Kept me moving. I didn't even feel like I was working. I was, just
it was
moving
dope.
from side to side. So
And hell, Dev had a battle with the OG, triple OG. I don't even know
Granddad.
dude's name, but
Granddad. We just keep calling him Granddad.
Yeah, somebody's
Yeah,
great
yeah.
granddad.
He's somebody's granddad.
Yeah, and he was
Somebody.
getting
It wasn't Devin's. We know Devin's
oh
granddad.
yeah. No, it wasn't
Right.
It
his.
was somebody's granddad, though.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be there though for sure.
Hey,
Facts.
Oh yeah. It would have been
Right.
great if nobody knew who that dude was.
Right.
What is that, like a Wedding Crashers moment?
Came out of nowhere.
That would have
Nobody
been
knew
great.
who
And
he
they're
was.
like, who is this dude? We don't care. He's keeping my party going.
banging.
And then, hey, Rome. Hey, a couple 8 miles later. Hey, Rome, your man.
Oh.
Hey. He said, oh, I won't. And all I hear is moving, trick, and he 40. Moving.
Yeah.
Me and Mikey like, oh.
There you go.
Because the Wickenheiser, Mr. and Mrs. Wickenheiser must already be in bed.
Right.
Because I went over there and I'm talking to him, and Mikey's like, can I get some pot? Can I, he's always, can I get some pot? I was like, I got something for you. I said, I'm gonna get some trick. TJ and Mikey looked at each other and was like, look, please. And all of a sudden I go back there and I literally
tricks
just,
tonight.
I
And the
blended,
party,
like,
less tricks,
as I
trick
get
play.
back up there, I blended in perfect to the song This Bitch Moving. And I look over at them and they're just like, Mikey comes running over. He's taking pictures and videos. And I was like,
No, he
I
said-
thought I wasn't going to do that
He sent
shit?
that to Trick.
Yeah. Then he, I was
Yeah.
like,
No, he sent it to
we're
him.
going to do that. Love him.
Love him. I gotta say this, man. I'll put it like this. Stop me if I'm saying too much, because I don't want to put too much business out if it's not.
Yeah.
But we always talk about collaboration. You know what I mean? We always, in the co-op and everything, that is our biggest thing that we always stress and try to put out there is collaboration. And speaking of Dev, speaking of spooky films, you two getting together, and I know Ryan does so many different cool things. And then for him to have two guys like you and Dev and Dev's whole crew, you know, Pete.
Shout out to Pete and Justin.
Justin. To have those people all collaborating together.
Right.
I mean, it's an all-star team, man. And for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, Stelios brings a dynamic, like just this videography, man.
Why don't you shout out your channel, bro, and let them check it out.
It's spooky films, you know, and also I got to shout out the development group too. So
that's
both on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook,
bro.
You know, and
I be
not to cut
YouTube.
you off, but yeah,
Go ahead, I'm
YouTube.
sorry.
No, not to cut you guys off, but just, you know, I'm more than thankful for Dev and Pete. You know what I mean? Like they brought me in open arms. They see what I can bring to the table, and it's awesome.
I think it's a perfect collaboration.
Yeah, it's great.
You know what I mean? And especially because you guys do the same thing, but it's different how you guys do it.
Right.
So you have like the best of both worlds. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's no ego.
If you check out the intro to our podcast, Spooky did that. You know what I mean?
Bro, listen, I be on the YouTube, man. And I'm subscribed, right? So it comes through your recommended. I be like, damn, Spooky did this too? I mean, it be so much.
Every time you put on YouTube, all you hear is
dude,
real.
I be like,
multiple videos in a day.
I be like,
yeah, I know.
do you do like how many? Do you do like 4 or 5 videos a day?
I mean,
because you got a lot of content,
sometimes
bro.
I do have to, you know, but like I can say even some of the stuff that's been coming out has already been done for about a month or so.
Really?
It's really on the artist too, and like, you know, say that you guys hire me for a video, whenever you guys decide to put it out, that's when it comes out.
Right.
I got no control over it.
Exactly.
You guys paid for it.
Exactly.
I give you your video back. You know, you guys might have a specific date or specific event that you want to release it on. So
yeah, like a
that goes with
rollout.
that's what goes with the music videos. You know, I shot like 4 music videos this year alone that probably still ain't even dropped yet. I'm just waiting on the artist to drop. And I'm like, where the hell is that video at? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I want you to tell the story. Rome had a good point about you everywhere, right? You're everywhere. You're you know. So tell the story about the night before Dev's wedding, like with your truck getting stuck. That whole day of events.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So that's.
Oh, you had some problems too?
Oh yeah, I had. So it was before the wedding. It was the day before. Man. I went down to. It was an artist, Ouija the Hustler. I'm just gonna say it. You know, Coalition DJs out there. It was off 7 Mile. Can't even remember the club. But anyway, I pull in. I see everyone's parked on this field. And so I pulled up, and I got my equipment with me. So I'm like, let me park as close to the building as I can, you know, get in there, get in and get out type shit. So I go in, I pull on the field, and my car just gets stuck. I'm just slammed in the mud. You know what I mean? Like, car's tilted.
Right.
I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Everyone's looking at me. I'm on someone's TikTok somewhere. Going crazy. I know I am. Cause they was not helping me. I'm over here meowing, scratching, you know, crawling. Like, help me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was a crazy night. But anyway, I wait 2 hours. Tow truck comes, gets me out of the mud. I pull over. Go on the side of the road. I go in, do the job, get out. It's like 1:32 in the morning.
You say walked in right when
I walked in. Right as soon as I walked in, old dude was like, "Get your camera out. I'm about to go on."
Polo was there too.
Boom. Polo Frost was there. Everyone. Basically, I was there for 2 hours for nothing. At the end of the day, is what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, like it's just crazy how things happen that way. You know what I mean?
Just worked out.
Just worked out. As soon as I got pulled out of the mud, I get right in the building. He's like, "Pull your camera out. I'm about to go on."
Bet.
Man, like what a
That's
crazy
right.
little
Like
story
this
though.
is how I planned this.
That's right.
So it's
And
like,
you know what they don't know?
Right.
At the end of the day, that's one thing about being behind the camera and everything with the things that Mike goes through, the things that you go through. Ryan, definitely what you go through because you have 18 shows out, you know what I mean, that are you shoot 14
this weekend.
14 a day, yeah.
And he films those. So I mean, this guy.
Yeah.
You know, we did 3 in a day. We're doing now. So we go and we go to these restaurants and there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's a 3 and
Start
one. We're eating it all.
11,
too,
12.
So it's just ridiculous.
And then about 6, 7 o'clock at night, you know.
11, 2, and 6. That's what we were
11,
shooting
2, and
for.
6. So
Across from here to downriver, Detroit, whatever. It's been going really well.
Yeah, I can never say I don't have enough time because I just watch what the shit y'all do, and I be like, I am not even.
I mean,
close.
that goes for everybody though. Even like the people that were around, you know, even Tino, you know, he's doing so much. It's like, man, how are you here and there and there? And you know, even Dev though, Dev's like, you know, doing all this
what
stuff.
You say?
And
he is over here
He's over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you know they
down.
doing the Monroe. They doing the sports channel.
Yeah, the recap.
Yeah, the recaps.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I went
it's
to places-
spooky.
Monroe
multiple
County,
times.
Monroe County Sports Network.
Yeah,
Ain't that what it's
I'm
called?
Shoot that too. So they're editing that. They're editing that. I'll say that. You know, but yeah.
Hey, no, tell them again. I'm shooting
I'm
that
shooting
too.
that too,
Bro,
for real.
they
You
thought I
know,
was playing when I said
I was there at the office.
Spooky
this
doing
morning.
this too.
Yeah.
Hey, Beyond the Tracks podcast going on right now. Spooky's shooting that shit too.
Bro, you know, I can't stop, won't stop. I got heckled at Ryan's party. 2 people came up to me and was like, "You working?
You in the way.
Put that fucking camera down." Like,
He told me all the way up
Right.
until that he wasn't gonna, you know. And, then
and I
when
honestly
see
didn't
him,
plan on it.
He's in his
But it's
mode,
just like
man.
I can't get out. It's like I'm
Have,
addicted
have
to
camera
it.
will
Man,
shoot.
dude,
It was
bro,
awesome, man.
that's
He did
what's up,
great.
man.
Yeah, it's just like, man, I mean,
And you're very talented.
I appreciate it,
Your
you know?
editing game, you know.
Appreciate
your,
it.
Your shot selection and the way you shoot, you know, very talented.
Thank you.
And I'm, you know,
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
fan.
you're talking to a dude that does some behind the scenes video stuff
I
as
don't
well.
do what you do, but you know,
No, I
He's the
appreciate
best
it.
we can
Hey,
have.
hey, he went to school. He went to
all-
school for it.
Yeah, sometimes
Family
I wish I
else
went
didn't
to
go to
school.
school.
You know,
Right.
I went to YouTube. So,
Oh yeah, tell the people about that, man, because this is just more than just plugging everything that you guys are going on. Like I know you've been out here a few times, Ryan. You've been out here a few times, but like we've never talked about that until I think the night of the wedding. We might have talked about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, you had a good
that-
like 30, 40-minute talk outside.
Yeah, about like how you even got started. This whole time, I just assumed you had went to some type of film class or
Yeah,
school
no,
or something.
I didn't.
NYU.
You know, it's just- yeah, I wish. You know what I mean? Specs Howard is really
exactly. That's
that-
around here.
That's where my brother wanted me to go. You know, but I never went. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had the niche for the camera. You know what I'm saying? I remember grabbing my mom's Sony. They was at work. They worked in the restaurant business. They was at work. Take my brothers. They would all, we'd be playing football, baseball in the backyard. I'm like, let me grab you. Let me grab you. Put this Michael Myers mask on. Put this on. Run through
Right.
this. You know, and that's how it literally got started. Windows
you
Movie
was
Maker.
directing Jackass before Jackass.
For real though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. We was pulling all of our mattresses outside, having backyard wrestling matches, like filming that shit too.
Yeah.
I wish I had
I
them
bet.
tapes, man.
I
You know what I'm
was- I
saying?
bet.
Like, I wish I had them tapes. But yeah, the film has always been with me. You know what I mean? So I'm just so thankful to be around such a good group of people like yourselves, like Devin and Pete, to really see it and bring the best out of me too. Because I got my jump start in music videos. You know, I was rapping with Trey, Mac Trey. You know, rapping. I graduated 2008. We was rapping in 2009, doing Harpo's, Emerald Theater.
I didn't even
what
know
I
you
mean?
rap.
Blondies. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
you
Yeah.
rap?
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So, but listen. So I had the
Man.
camera.
DJ, if you DJ, I'm out
No,
of here.
I would fuck with the beats a little bit, but no, never got to that point. You know what I mean? I left that. Shout out to Madlink, by the way. You know that Madlink, that was the DJ, that was the producer. You know, that's a good guy though. Shout out to Madlink. But yeah, you know, and I had the camera.
Right.
What do the rappers need? They need music videos. I was like, man, I need a music video.
That's
I
a
need a music
lane,
video.
bro.
You know, started off $75.
Yeah.
You know, I'll
Yeah.
do it. I'll do it. You know, so
Absolutely.
that's how it got
That's
started.
a lane,
that's
bro.
where I elevated from, you know. But it's so cool to just come from that field. Now I'm shooting weddings. Now I'm shooting for Friendly Forward with these guys. Now I'm shooting
Right.
anything that I
Launch
need to do, you know.
734.
Launch
Right.
734, you know. Shout out to John. Shout out to Ann, you know.
Big time.
I'm going to say Ann Craig. I'm sorry, Ann, but you always be Ann Craig to me, you know.
Yeah, Henneke or Hennek.
That's why I didn't,
something.
that's why I
Can't
didn't
say
want
it
to say
either,
it. That's why I didn't want to say it.
Hey,
Hey, she
like
knows. I
Ann.
call her Ann Craig, so it's
Ann
I
it's
fucked
what
it
is.
up so you don't have to.
Yeah, I
Ann from
appreciate it.
Flashback. Yeah, I messed it up so you don't have to.
Yeah, it's all
He
right.
usually on point with the names. bro.
734.
I usually am, ain't I?
Yeah, you're the first one that said
Oh,
was able to say
734 Ann.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
I had to
And
listen
you know
to
who you are, Ann. All right.
Ann and Corey.
You guys can edit this out. But yeah, shout out to Ann and Corey.
No, we don't.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
your ass is in trouble.
What do you
That just happened.
what do you enjoy, like what projects do you enjoy doing the most? Like not specific projects, but the type of projects or shooting. Do you like music videos more, weddings more? Like if what's the perfect project that somebody might hire you for that you love doing?
That's what I'm saying though. It all depends on the client, really, too. You know what I mean? It all depends on the project. I love it all. I really do. Can't lie about that. You know, I have fun doing the music videos, and to an extent too, it's like those music videos are somewhat easy to me. You know, I hate to say that, but it's like
No, I talk
I've been
that
doing
shit.
it for
Yeah.
been doing it for a minute.
What you say
know,
is
so
your
I
bread
already-
and butter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a
That's
method.
what he's
of-
used to,
I have
right.
a method of doing it, so
Right.
it's like shit, I'll do that. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing. but also weddings too, like Dev's wedding. You know, had me and Justin on the cams. We had our positions. He told us, hey, you do this, you do this. He's going to take the drone. You're going to do these gimbal shots. Perfect. Set me up. You know what I mean?
Man, quick shout out, man, to Justin, man.
Right.
Justin, what, Demansky? Is that his last name?
Yep.
I got that one right.
Yeah.
That's the homie. But no, because, you know, he's been doing this for a long time, too. People don't realize that he's done a lot of things behind, on that side of the camera,
he was working
man,
for the news and
10 years.
You know?
Yeah.
He went to school for it, too.
Yeah. Which me and him talked about it. He's going to be blessing us here in this podcast soon. We're just trying to set up a date because he's got a story to tell. He's been some places. And
he knows a lot, too, man. He's really knowledgeable in his field, too.
Oh,
so.
And that's why I was talking about earlier about, like, you guys have as a team, like, I ain't trying to be corny, but you know what I mean? The Power Rangers, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Like everybody always says Voltron. I was trying to say something different because everybody always say Voltron.
It's, you know, and I've never had that personally. Like even, I'm not from Detroit, but that's where I worked at, you know? Right. And a lot of people, just like rappers, you know, it's competition. Oh, you can't be better than me. You know? Same thing goes for us video guys. You can't be better than me.
Yep.
You know, you might have some good equipment. You ain't trying to let me use that.
Right.
Not with these guys.
Right.
I needed a lens the other day for the Allen Park volleyball game. Dev's like, here, take this lens.
Right.
Take these mics. Take this tripod. You know what I mean? So,
Co-op.
and that goes for all of us. Yeah, co-op,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Co-op.
And just for these guys too, it's just I never had that, and it's awesome. We really appreciate that.
I think we like act like the co-op ain't nothing because we're so used to it. Like we know, but I start to notice that people, it's like unheard of in some circles.
We have a saying
collaborating
Guy
is
from the
very.
Philippines came with John, and that just happened. So he brought him up to the office, and they were talking, and told him about the co-op, and he was blown away by the co-op concept, and wants to meet with me just to take home the knowledge of understanding what we're doing here.
They really
to
were
the Philippines, and I'm just like, wow, okay,
Right.
but to me it just makes sense.
just
Like,
makes
we got to
sense.
work together.
Because they even said too with the jobs and I don't know what the word is, professional style of even in their country, they were like, yeah, we don't really get that. We're like businesses help each other. It's a lot of competition again.
Right.
And they were like, oh, that's pretty cool to see that you guys all help each other because John over there at Launch 734 is all about entrepreneurship and helping all these individual businesses out.
Absolutely.
And that's what they were here for. They call them incubators, you know, for businesses to get their startups. And they were like, that's so cool that that's happening here. We don't get that. Right. And that's what they're trying to even understand. And it's like,
Yeah, we're different.
We
really are. We're different.
Yeah, that's facts.
Rome always has a good,
Yeah, that's a good analogy, but we're really not that different. I mean, it's always been strength in numbers. Truth. I mean, that's the concept.
Yeah, but in this field, in the entertainment field,
people don't do that.
People don't do
Right.
it.
And that's
Maybe
what
in
I'm
other
saying.
People don't
things,
do
but
that.
in
Right.
this field, they
People
don't.
don't do that. But at the end of the day, common knowledge would be like, hey, that's what we're supposed to do in our human nature.
Period.
To me, as a human being, I feel like I should be helping someone out. I'm not a gatekeeper. You know what I mean?
Look at
Like
the co-op. We've got all these different. It even just goes way beyond entertainment, but we've got all these different people from different walks of life that contribute different things, all the way down to Alan Chevrolet now. You know, with Sarah, and just connections with people.
I mean, down to grass cutting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rome got his whole yard did up
grass.
from
You got
a guy in our
tire
co-op
guy.
that has a lawn business. Jake Elmer. Shout out to Jake's Lawn Service.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, even providing services like Mikey does with 8 Mile, you know, helping out with these events.
Huge.
It goes all across
Get people
the board.
drunk.
And we just talked about this. We all just
Don't
sat down.
drive.
Yeah, do it
Drink
responsibly.
responsibly.
Because we just had this conversation the other day, man. You know how Mikey's just like moves and he's cool and he's and like it's with Mikey, it's a lot more of if you know type thing and the right people know. You know what I mean? But we were sitting down in this meeting. I literally had to like say, hey, just in case nobody knows this guy's bigger than Vodka. You know what I mean?
Right.
The reach is the Vodka. You know what I mean? And then it's a cool thing, but like the conglomerate that he is and the connections that he has goes way farther than Spirits. You know what I mean? Spirits is just one of the many. And,
Sure.
You know, because right now the 8 Mile thing is
Blossoming.
It's blossoming. Yeah, it's growing, and people are starting to jump on the wagon, right? You know what I mean? So it's easy to connect it with the Vodka, but just him as an entity himself. You know what I mean? Doing his uncle's trick. You know what I mean? He does merch, he does music, he does, you know what I mean? Like manages acts and different things that he's done throughout the the scene, not just in Detroit. You know what I mean? He'll go down and mess with Jelly in Tennessee.
Exactly.
He'll go out to L.A. He'll go, you know. So, yeah, I just want to big him up real quick because he always bring up the vodka. You know what I mean? But, like, people don't understand
Love
that. It's just not Mikey Shoe,
Yeah.
the vodka guy. It's Mikey Shoe, the entity itself.
Right.
Lucky to know Mikey.
Absolutely.
Great guy.
Absolutely, man. Hey, let's get a little bit light with the spookiness real quick though. You know what I mean? I gotta know, man. I gotta know some experiences from haunted houses.
Okay.
Because I had because you seem like a spooky motherfucker. Your name's Spooky.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta give me your best spooky story, man. Just in either throwing a haunted house, being in a haunted house, or just some haunted stuff that's happened to you in real life. I know you got something.
Yeah, I mean, it's all.
I'll be seeing your videos. That stuff didn't just come overnight.
Right,
like
right.
you seen some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even like my childhood home, you know, I was like out there in Flat Rock, like seen some stuff. You know what I mean? Little spirits. You hear things. I remember being, I was home alone one night. It wasn't at night. It was actually during the day. I was sitting on the couch doing homework, and I just hear the stairs like creaking. Someone was running up the stairs. At the time, we had a door that divided, like the upstairs and the flat. And I'm like, no one up here, you know, the cat's right there. Like, I'm just chilling. Like, really, that was like one of my first like spooky experiences for real. Being by myself, like, this house is fucking haunted. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm hearing something walking, running up and down the steps.
So I can remember being scared. My grandmother lived in River Rouge and owned a house right by Frank's liquor store, if you know Rouge, right divides E-Course right there, like that's the street. I forget the name of it. It was Forest Avenue. Well, anyway, I'd go there and stay, and you know, my uncle, they were a few years older than me, watching Freddy Krueger and stuff. And I can remember going to the bathroom and coming out, and this fool put in so much effort. He had like the striped sweater and the hand and everything, and he scared the shit out of me. And from that point on, I think that ruined horror movies and everything for me because he scared the shit.
You're not into horror movies and stuff?
He's got the light on. Tell me to calm down. Stop it. And I'm still screaming. You know, and I never forgot that, man. I'm like, he scared it. So then, of course, living the rest of my life with this fool, I'd fall asleep on the couch, and he'd be, hey! And he'd throw pennies and shit that hit me. Hey! Scare me and jump me out of sleep. And I still to this day have nightmares. Still to this day. I don't know.
Dang, I didn't mean to
Trauma.
shit.
Trauma.
Give him a hug.
Hey, spooky season, I guess.
no,
You know,
for
I've learned to
real.
live with it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I love it, man.
I've been watching scary movies. My older brother Mikey, you know, he put me hip to all that stuff. So I remember watching Michael Myers and all that stuff when I was young. You know what I mean? Me and my brothers all watching it. Favorite scary movie? I think I told these guys the last time. It's not really a scary movie, but more of like the cinematic feel. I like Christine, you know. But I like I don't
What
even
you
know.
guys? We're on the subject.
much.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah, we talked about it before, but I'm gonna.
Missed it.
Well, so I'm gonna say an honorable mention then. You know what I mean? Is Psycho.
Okay.
To me, it's an honorable mention.
Oh yeah.
And it's just because it's different. It's not not one of them where you actually see. What scares me is what you don't see.
Yeah.
And with the build up. So, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know about like what's taking these people, what's killing these people, all this different stuff, right? And you just hear this voice of his mother. You don't know you don't see nothing. You know what I mean?
Right,
Until
right.
the scene, the shower scene.
Right.
You know what I mean? Other than that, like until that build up,
It's just the-
to
yeah,
me
it's
that's
just the
the
build up.
scary. Like I like that type stuff. I like the way it was the original and the one what's my man's name? I always forget his name. He's a
Hitchcock?
no.
The hell you talking about?
Scary
From the
stuff I can
second
think of.
Psycho.
Any of the Rob Zombie movies, man.
I forget his
Zombie,
name.
He puts on some scary stuff.
But yeah. Rob Zombie?
The real stuff, like these.
Have you guys watched The
Halloween and all
Munsters
that
yet?
stuff, like,
Yeah.
man.
You
I need
done?
to watch that.
I haven't watched it yet.
I want to watch it, but
No, I mean, it's not scary.
No, well, yeah, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
But I just
It's-
want to see his
cool.
take on it from his eyes.
Oh yeah,
Because
it
he
was
always does
really,
like the
it
real
was
scary
honestly,
stuff.
Yeah, it was different, but there's still that Rob Zombie.
That's what I'm
into
looking
it,
for.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
gotta love that.
It was nice. I appreciated it. It was really nice.
My favorite scary movie of all time. It's called
Crush Groove.
No. I like that though. No, for real, I like that
Stairs.
though. No, it's called The Devil Inside. Now let me tell you why. It's my favorite movie of all time. because I couldn't make it past the first 5 minutes. Turn that off right now.
Really?
You know, have you seen The Devil Inside?
No, but now I'm intrigued.
Right.
Oh my! Listen, I can't even tell you about it.
He said the credits was crazy. I'm done.
Turn it off right now. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I
get a chance to watch it.
The Devil
It's called The
Inside?
Devil Inside.
You know, honestly, a movie that scared me too when I was younger was Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie was scary when we was
Carrie's,
little.
Carrie's a
when we was
bad,
little.
Carrie was a bad dude, right, man? Straight up, man, like that's in your face scary to me. It's like too close to what, because when Carrie came out, the second Carrie, like the more modern Carrie,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in, I think, middle school or something, and it was like it hit too close.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it was about
They're all
prom,
gonna laugh
right?
at you.
Yeah, well,
I just remember that. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Right.
When we was kids, that was scary.
That's what I mean. Like it was
up.
like you watch that and you go,
I
this
used to
could
think
actually
Twilight
be.
Zone was scary.
Yeah, well, that's what it was when it was.
Right. I used to think that was scary as hell.
As it went on, it was.
a kid, yeah.
Now they look at it and they,
It was in black and white.
I used to watch this shit. This isn't scary. I'm like,
And
this was scary. Chucky and stuff.
My joint is.
It was though. It was.
Yeah, my joint is Damien. Just that.
Damien.
Bro, you hear that? You're like, oh,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, if the lights went out right now, in here and that started playing somehow over the speakers or
Trying to get out of
something,
here.
I'm letting y'all know, none of y'all, there's not a person in this room that can get out faster than me. I love every single person here. We have the same blood. I love all y'all. I'm pushing y'all over. I'm pushing y'all in front of anything that's in front of me.
Spooky, I'm probably gonna grab you first because you're the smallest of the bunch.
No, he's the black cat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hiding.
Hey,
I'm
we
doing
good
something
because
crazy.
Smitty locked in over there. He's in the corner a lot. He can't get nowhere. He's behind the desk. Hey, what do you say? Where you going?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
They're gonna be back in the corner just
Real quick, taking it back to the haunted house. So, have you guys experienced haunted houses before? Like, what's an experience?
Absolutely
Oh.
not.
Oh,
You've never done a haunted house before?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you've never been to a haunted house?
Absolutely.
I was just saying that's really not about an actual real haunted house in real life. Because you live in the Victorian,
Right.
it's got to be haunted, bro. Your house has to have some shit in it.
I hope not.
He closes his eyes. He don't know. He don't see nothing. He
Absolutely.
walks like
I don't
this.
want to be scared. I mean, that's not fun to me. I don't want to.
No.
No, absolutely
It's like
not.
a roller coaster. I do not enjoy that. That's
None
not-
of that.
I've never
That's
been on
not
a
my
roller
thing.
coaster.
Bro, we went to Florida, right outside of Orlando. So every makeup artist and everybody, they do crazy wild. They do haunted complexes. Like you walk into a spot, you might have like 3 haunted houses over here. You have 3 or 4 haunted houses over here, and then in that same complex, you got to walk through the woods, and it's like the haunted woods, right?
Haunted trail.
Man,
Oh, no, I don't do that because real life stuff can get
That's
you.
not fun.
bro,
What are we talking about here? Real life stuff can get you.
But I'm
I
telling
played
you what's
Madden.
crazy.
Madden, I have a ball. What are you talking about? 2K.
I'm playing mad.
This dude.
That's funny as hell.
Hey, and that's the dude they get in the movies because he's the one that's like, man, I ain't scared of nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. And he's over there just playing Madden and then stab.
about for fun.
Hey, while he's got his headset on and he's talking to his boy, you know what I mean, over the internet. Yeah, man, touchdown, stab, and he thinks that you just, oh, you choking. No, he's really choking.
done.
I might have just wrote a movie right there.
That's
a scene.
that's definitely a scene.
He thinks that he's just choking. Okay,
Definitely a scene.
okay, all right, cool. You know what's a really cool? I don't know if they still do it. Do you guys know if they still do Rod and Gun Club? Anybody know? They don't do that anymore. Rod and Gun Club, man, like off of Pleasance, I believe it was.
Yeah.
That to me was like when I was in elementary, that was the place to go in town. Rod and Gun Club. Like, and they did the same thing every year.
What in the Monroe, Michigan? What?
The Rod and Gun Club.
I know
Bro,
where it's
that-
at.
wasn't that
over by,
where
like,
you told
Bulls
the
Harbor.
story Where you ran into the fence?
thought you
Well,
said
that's why I ran
ride.
into a fence at. Yeah, exactly.
What the?
They still boys.
Rod and
Real
Gun.
sad.
It's a Rod and Gun Club, and but the thing is that they used to it pretty much was the same haunted house every year, scared you the same way every time. There's this one part where you're walking through and it's real dark, and then all of a sudden a semi truck just comes at you, You know what I mean? Like within feet. It's not a real semi truck. Once it stops, you can like it swings. You can tell that it's some type of thing that they made up to come at you with lights and everything.
Yeah.
But it looks
initially though, your ass is scared as shit.
Oh, as soon as because they hit the horn. You know what I mean? So you can't hear nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's loud. It's pitch black. Then all of a sudden, lights come on and you hear the horn.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of it as like a sixth grader.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
You know
what I'm
I mean?
excited for, man. is
come on,
I'm
sixth
really
grader.
hoping to nail that jump factor, for our haunted house. We have some really cool actors that are going to be involved. So
I keep my hands in my pocket.
please.
I tend to swing.
I told them, though, I'm definitely going to coach them again. But I told them, like, you guys can't touch the guests won't touch you.
Bro, that's a crazy thing. When we went to Florida, you go into these haunted houses, and if you have on a glow necklace, they can touch you. They can touch you.
I
They
mean,
can grab you.
there's
They
certain
can,
ones that you can
So
sign
it's like,
waivers, and they'll be able to.
Yeah, I've done that before. There's a 3-story one. I believe it was somewhere downriver, where if you make it all the way through, you get your money back. It was $20, which back then, like $20 was a lot of money. You know what I mean? When we were in high school, I remember that. Like I wasn't as old as y'all.
I bet.
But $20, you know what I mean?
Ryan 40, so.
I know I'm almost there.
It's almost over. Come on.
He's right behind. The Stelios is right behind me. You know what I mean? Smitty's been 20. Smitty's the only person in here that's been 21 like 10 consecutive years.
For real.
But if you because there was like different parts of it where there was trap doors and stuff, and you would fall, and you'd fall into a ball pit or whatever. Right. It wasn't nothing dangerous, but yeah, they could to a certain extent touch you in that one. But the craziest thing I seen in that one was there was 2 Rottweilers that are just barking, and you can't see their strobe lights, so you can't see that they're on a chain. The chain's black or whatever. You can't see none of that. You just see these 2 Rottweilers, and you can't back up anymore.
See, that's too
But their chains only go so far,
Right.
so you don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to stop. And I don't care if you already know that something's coming or not.
Still, right.
Where we're from and how we grew up, there was no car for me to jump on. There was no fence for me to jump over. I was scared. That was the scariest, but it wasn't the goons and goblins. It was these 2 Rottweilers. I'm like, oh no.
The
It's
dogs.
stuff people don't think about that's the scariest.
Yeah, the real life shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's too much.
I mean, seriously, put like you want your haunted house to be scary? Put like 2 16, 17-year-old white kids with trench coats in them. Okay, was that too much? Did I do it? Rome, is that stuff that I said we can't say?
That's exactly it.
Okay, what time? I gotta write this down. We gotta
Take no
Verbatim.
okay.
We actually have those. I'm gonna have to
This is
cancel
what we
them. I'm gonna have to
cannot
cancel them now.
All right, that my bad. I wrote it down. My bad.
I'm gonna shoot this to Spooky for edit. Or
Yeah.
Easy with that
Right.
word.
Right.
Oh man, I'm starting to love this time of year more and more, man. Now that I'm not as scared. I just put on my mask before I left the house. I brought a mask up here today. Before I left the house, my girl's like, "Put on the mask," and I'm like, "No, not in front of the girls." And they're like, "No, let's just see what they do." You know what I mean? And I put on a mask, and Charlotte was just kind of like, "Ooh, right." Layla, I picked up Charlotte. Layla started crying. Like, no, not my sister.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then she just kept like, she clapped for a minute, like, yay, okay, daddy's having fun. But then she kept going like back to like, every time I would look at her, back to like,
Wait a minute.
is it fun?
Did you get that on video?
Dude,
No, I should have, man. I should have.
I rode past your man's house, sit next to you right there.
Oh, they go all out. His wife?
What
Oh,
the fuck?
Bro,
What?
it's
Oh, you don't know?
They've told me stories.
but
I didn't see the house
it's wild
yet.
right now. Though.
saw
I
it.
gotta tell y'all what's going on.
No, hold on. I want to hear this from Rome.
Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead, bro.
No. You go ahead, but
I'm not
From
gonna
an
say
outside
listen. I'm
perspective,
gonna
what-
let you take. I'm gonna let you take the floor and explain
bro,
yourself.
this is what's crazy right now. So my neighbor, kitty corner to us, starts decorating starts decorating Christmas before Halloween. So Dana's always like last Halloween she was passing out candies in an elf uniform. Okay. So
serious.
I seen it. I brought the girls over. We were handing out candy over here. So I seen it.
So her and Dana, they battle back and forth. Well, what they started doing this year, Dana started going over and putting Halloween decorations like on her porch. And then she come over and put Christmas decorations on our porch. So now it's this huge battle of Halloween versus Christmas. So you come in front of my house and you see goons, goblins, and a Santa Claus.
I was like, what in the world?
You know, you
What
see
they dead
goblins.
serious over here.
Rudolph.
They dead
But
serious.
hold on, but this is the killer. So our neighbors directly across the street and next door to her, they went on vacation. So they decided we're gonna decorate their house too. So it's literally like you see like skulls and all this stuff, and all of a sudden you see
The North Pole.
Rudolph in the planter. And you see Santa Claus like peeking out of the bush.
That's
You
hilarious.
see, and it's like
like
and then they put this gigantic gold angel like right on the front of their porch. And the craziest shit, and I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have caught it. They come back on vacation with one of his parents who had never seen the house before. So that's their first impression
Right.
of the house.
What's going on here?
It's just wild.
It's
shit.
such a nice house too. It's the whole house is brick. It's one of the very few houses that you can
Bruh,
see
it's wild. But
right there that's still all brick.
yeah, but they're having a good
And they
time.
messed it all
man.
up.
She, Dana sent me pictures today. Our neighbor took like a tinsel nutcracker. Dana turned that shit into a witch. She's like, "Oh, you're not gonna get me like that. I got something for you."
Oh, that's her favorite shit too. That witch's brew.
Yeah,
She loved drinking her some witch's brew.
yeah.
You ever?
My wife.
You don't know?
is-
No, yeah, you're not a drinker. You're not drinking either.
Wine, you
It's
don't
just
know?
wine. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got some actually. I don't drink it.
It's my wife is. She's all about this shit, right?
Yeah.
If,
Bro, they turn it
If
up
she
over
wasn't
there
so,
on that street,
and that's the
bro.
thing, she creates
Ridiculous.
And you right down the
99%
street.
of that
Ridiculous,
stuff. She
bro.
don't
I rode
buy
past
shit.
like, what's going on here?
She'll make it.
Okay.
She like, I ain't buying that.
Right.
But like when you first walk into our, she loves Day of the Dead. So when you first walk into our house right now, it's literally Day of the Dead Central. And then you turn over here, and I'm just like, calm
Hey,
down.
he talking about all these decorations. Here's the real
And this
shit.
for Halloween.
Here's the real shit,
I said, this for
Spooky.
Halloween.
In real life, they have cameras at their house like most of us do. He's disappeared on them.
Yeah, I did.
I'm talking about timestamp didn't change. The time's still going.
Yeah.
It did change. I peeped it. It didn't change.
Mike, I seen. Okay, so when we was at the
premiere.
the premiere for Dead Record or not Dead Record Soul Reaper.
Yep.
That's when she showed me.
Yeah.
The first thing I did when she played it back the second time was look at the timestamp. I'm like, oh, you know what? It probably lags. Like my camera's at my house. You know what I mean? Some like randomly they need to reboot, so they have to. You might have caught it in a reboot time, and it's, that's the lag on or whatever. Nope, it wasn't. You disappeared, bro.
You sure, man? I think
Yeah, because I celebrated it to myself. I was like, oh. Finally.
Yeah, I went
trying
out.
to get rid.
The video is literally, I go out, I light a cigarette, I walk to the steps, turn around, and disappear, and I never come back.
That's a movie right there.
So I'm like,
Oh my god! And then he's in a different realm. Actually, what's crazy, man? We were talking about this on Shit Gets Deep podcast, talking about the guy that what's it called? The mushrooms.
Psychedelic.
nah, bro, that's all on you. You ain't gonna get me to try to say that shit.
Psilocybin, I think it's called, which is basically the
We're gonna go
whole
with that.
mushroom deal,
Okay.
right? So this guy, it was only 5 minutes had lapsed, but while he was on mushrooms, he had moved away, ended up like states and states away, had a whole life. You know what I mean? Like worked all these years, all this.
That's some wild shit.
Yeah, had worked all these years and everything, right? Had a job. Like at some point, he just gave up that he'll never be able to go back home or whatever he thought home was. That was his new life. So he had lived like 40 years in 5 minutes.
Yeah, on that trip.
He comes back and he has like these detailed memories. Like he had got married, remarried because he had a wife. He had got remarried, all this wild stuff, man. Like he's got.
I don't want that. Yeah, I don't.
But hold
I'm
on.
good.
So where I'm going with
That's
it,
spooky for real.
That is
the movie, he just goes out to have himself a cigarette on the back porch.
Right.
Boom, disappears. All of a sudden, he comes back after that cigarette, and Dana's like 60 years old. The reverse of that. He's only been gone what seems to be 5 minutes. The whole world around him's different.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I don't know.
Hey,
Hey, I don't
this
shoot
out.
movies.
How many
Check
movies
this
are
out.
you writing on this
I don't shoot.
podcast?
I'm just saying, man.
Check this out, Spook. And
writing
this is
another
real
one. Here
talk,
we go.
and this is something that we all can relate to. Like the word B.T.T. Okay, do you remember when we was in school when we were young and your teacher would say, read to yourself? and you do it. So, like, in your mind, say it to yourself. Say B.T.T.
B.T.T.
That's not in your mind,
yourself.
Bro. To yourself.
You're already disqualified.
Right.
Did I mention that we were sponsored by Vodka?
On a count of 3, in your mind, to yourself, say B.T.T. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody did it? Now, everybody said B.T.T. to themselves, right? You heard yourself saying B.T.T. Your lips didn't move, so no sound came out of your mouth. Your eardrums didn't hear any vibrations. So that tells us hearing is deeper than just the sounds from your mouth or the sounds that we
I'll be back.
or the sounds that we hear in our ears. Just something that we can relate to.
That's wild. I didn't even think
I mean, that's a movie right there too.
Fuck with me.
I'm freaking
Fuck
out.
with me,
How many
Spook.
movies are we
Fuck with
fucking
me,
making
Spook.
here?
Think of, hey,
He's freaking out.
And you
too.
know
He
what?
didn't
We
do nothing.
we
you
we
heard
had
it. You said it.
we talked
and
about
you
this
heard it.
when the Cast of Shit Gets Deep podcast was on here because we were talking about noise, eardrum. I broke down the whole wave of how ears, the science behind
That
how
sound,
ears
right.
actually work.
Hearing.
But then boom, then Rome comes along.
Hearing, bro. Hearing is deeper.
Fucks the whole.
So,
It is totally
when
different,
you're
yeah.
talking about another dimension,
Oh, I believe in dimensions. by the way.
all I'm
yeah.
saying is you just said something and you heard it.
Where'd it go?
Not only did we say it, we heard it, right? But my lips didn't move. My ears didn't hear any sound.
Hey,
What in the world?
That's
Might be a mental thing. Though.
It is a mental thing.
well, I'm gonna tell you, I do
It's
this all the
absolutely
time.
mental.
I do this 100% all the time.
Well, you did hear it because you talked
If
to
you,
yourself.
but when I'm talking to you and I'm not talking to you, you know what I mean? When I'm thinking through my head of different things, I hear your voice, or I hear your voice, right? Because I've heard your voice. I think we all do that, but when you go, oh, I'm supposed to meet. I don't know if you guys think ahead like I do. Like the doctor tells me that 75% of my thinking is thinking of situations or you know what I mean, things that haven't yet happened, right? So, like I'll be, I'm about to go to a meeting, let's say. I start in my own mind, whatever I think that person I'm meeting with sounds like. That's the deeper part of it. You know what's crazy? It's like 9 times out of 10, they actually sound how I thought they would sound.
Right.
Is that?
That's great.
Has anybody like really thought about that? I mean, think about how many.
Right. You didn't miss the whole
Crazy
40
time.
years.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I don't know if that's spooky, but
I just want to let you
No,
know.
that's just deeper. You
I
were
was
talking
in the
about the-
bathroom and I heard some shit and I'm like, oh, motherfucker. Damn.
What'd you hear?
Right? Because just a noise. And I
I
was
figured
like,
you went out for a
right.
cigarette.
If you talking about anything haunted, it's
Come
this
back.
month. It's where we at right now. If anything is haunted, General Custer probably been through this one.
No, this is haunted. This is way.
Have y'all
Are you
seen
kidding?
pictures of downtown Monroe? I'm sure you have. Back
yeah.
back in the day,
Yeah.
it looked scary as hell.
Yeah, I got them. I got one on my Instagram. That's crazy. It's Monroe Street, right
Yeah.
here between I want to say Front and Second, maybe
Come up here. You been,
from
you been
like
up here by yourself
1890
yet?
or something like that.
Yeah.
With nobody else in the building?
Yeah.
Scared
Wow.
to death.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
dark.
after the Dead record.
It
I
ain't
was
nobody left the
scared
lights on. I'm
last
mad.
After the first one, after Dead record.
When did I come up here? Last weekend?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
So we were in between. Weren't we filming Taste of? We were doing something, and I was waiting on a meeting. I had like an hour to kill. I'm like, hey, I'm about to just go up to the office and chill. I was literally spooked. I was like,
You're like,
I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, hey, no,
Wait a
you
minute,
guys
right,
weren't
ain't nobody here?
Josh wasn't here, and no one.
That's
here.
why I
I'm
bang
like,
music,
Right.
Yeah.
bro. When I was painting in here one night, that's why I had my my Pathfinder banging because I was trying to drown out the sounds.
Right.
Because the bathroom
Everything
between the
was-
bathroom and the what do you call these? The old heating things. What do you call them?
Radiators.
Coils, radiators.
Radiators.
You know what I mean? The radiators,
Yeah.
man. Between that and the
Yeah,
bathroom,
here.
it's right across.
Right.
Bang.
Oh, that
And
bathroom when you flush the toilet.
Bang. You
it's
like,
got
what
that
is
little
that?
sound? That shit
Bro,
scared
it
the
fucks me up
fuck
every
out of
time.
me When
it
the
starts
first time I
screaming?
came up here, yeah.
It sounds like a little kid scream.
Up here, I was like, yeah, it literally
Am I
sounds
tripping?
like.
Am I
I'm
tripping?
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I'm
being
out.
serious.
You heard it.
I wish I didn't. Because for real, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck's going on in here? I put my ear to the wall, like, who's over there? Like,
And in the wintertime, it's only like 7:30. So, it's early, but it's dark.
right.
You're like, what in the world?
Hey, I'm a little bit messed up because of the Dead record.
Right.
Ever since they filmed Dead record here, that back little thing. Ryan, let me tell you, I don't think I talked to you about this. No, I came up here to get a cord one night. My laptop died. I came to get a cord. There was a lady that was here, and she's kind of giving me some stuff about coming in the building. You know what I mean? Like questioning me and stuff. And I'm like, I literally had my key. Like, hey, no, I'm supposed to be here. You know what I mean? I thought it was a Karen moment. I really did. I thought it was.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. Go ahead, bro.
That was a spooky part. You thought it was a Karen?
No, keep going.
No, it had nothing to do with.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that was dangerous. It wasn't spooky. That was dangerous. But no, what in all these different events that happened, what I realized was she wasn't really in her right mind at that spot because she said she thinks she needs help. So I finally turned back around. I'm like, what's up? Even though she was being rude to me, like, what do you need? And then she said my sugar was low. Boom, everything that she said before that, I was like, oh, okay, I've dealt with this before. It's like, oh no, she really needs help. I know why she's like stuck.
But describe her and describe the situation. Describe it how you describe it to me.
Yeah, so it's a lady with long. It's a lady with long.
It's raining outside,
stringy,
right?
Yeah, with long stringy gray hair. It's raining, so it's all matted, and she's been trying to get her shit together for so long. She's leaning, her bag's leaning. You know what I mean? Her hair's all crazy, and I'm like, so now I'm in like, so I call my girl. My girl's in there, so I call my girl. Hey, what should I do first? And she was like, well, try to get her to wherever she can take her blood level at or whatever. So anyway, I'll just fast forward. I help her out. I stick around. I call her husband. They live like an hour away, but she couldn't explain this to me because, you know what I mean? Her sugar was low, man, and she wasn't. I don't know if you guys ever dealt with anybody like that, but they start getting a little bit belligerent. It takes them a long time to talk, like to tell me things. I get her all. I'm gonna fast forward, so I get her all the way right. I'm here for like 45 minutes at this time. She still needs to get a couple boxes from up here, and I'm like, I don't even know where you're at. I've never seen you in this building. It just so happens that where they shot the end scene of Dead Record was where her office was, right? So boom, she goes down there. I'm helping her get stuff out, and I just happen to go, hey, actually, because she was telling me the history. Her family's been in this building for a long time. So I was her father, her grandfather. So I was telling her, oh, it's cool, like some new stuff that's happening here. They just shot this thing, and I brought it up on YouTube. I start showing her the end scene. I'm like, where you're standing right now, right? And I look up, and she's giving me this fucking look, this stare, like, you know what I mean? Like, creeps me out. Hey, I'm talking about hair still mad. She goes, kind of looks like me.
You ever see Road Runner?
Listen. No, but it almost did. But I was stuck because, like, first of all,
she was a ghost.
First of all, she was through this time of me helping her out. Through the time of me helping her out, her sugar had got back right because I made sure her sugar was right before we came upstairs. You got to think, I'm in the mode of, I'm talking to some old lady that's like out of her mind, not realizing like, no, she's a regular lady. It's just so happened the circumstance. Her hair's all matted because of the rain. When I first started talking to her, she was slow speaking. She wasn't really sharp. No, this is a very, very, very sharp lady. Dude so she's like feeding into it.
In the door, and hear somebody say, hey. They turned around, and this old lady with matted hair in the rain. Dude, I'm out of there right then.
Right. Yeah, that was before I went in the building. That's before I went in the building because she was leaning. I mean, seriously, I didn't know. I thought maybe she was just giving me shit. She was homeless or something. I didn't know. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. As time's going on, her sugar's. She's reading me now at this point. After I'm showing her this, you know what I mean? And she's reading like, and she just without missing a beat, she plays into it. So I'm showing her. And I'm like, pretty cool, huh? And I look up, and she's giving me this sideways stare, like, type look. And I'm like,
Rome was like,
done deal.
Oh, man. Like, no, man. She,
you're like, where the hell you get these boxes, lady? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm out.
Come to find out, she's one of the best prominent lawyers here in Monroe, Michigan.
Exactly.
And
I wish that I could, like, that I don't wish... Ryan, don't relax because I'm about to say something. At that moment, I wish that we had cameras everywhere and we could play that back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ryan, that doesn't mean more cameras. I don't like too many cameras. Every time I walk past for a little bit, a light would go off and I would feel like I'm sneaking into my own studio.
Right.
But yeah. No, man. Spooky stuff, man. Spooky stuff. Your neighborhood and your neighborhood's very spooky. Historically,
right?
You know what I mean? the
Rome lives in the
downtown
Victorian,
area.
so you know that.
Why
Damn,
y'all keep talking about that?
my damn house is.
Yeah, but he's got a
house is-
dead people room. He's got a cold shoe,
Right.
a cold room still in his house.
And decorations. I kicked that shit down. Ain't no way in the world. I mean, they got like.
Hey, we know who's not spooky on here. We know. Hey, everybody, come. Hey, come to Amaya's October 21st, man. We are bringing you comedy.
Yeah.
And we're bringing you a costume party. Dress if you want to. You don't have to dress in a costume to get in, but we encourage it because Tino's going to be giving away a $100 gift card for the best dressed costume. So keep that in mind. I want to say this because what I want to tell Rome is, hey, Rome, you're helping throw the event. I hope that you're going to come, that people are dressing up because there will be comedy there too. You'll be able to laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before you get the shit scared out of you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Are you okay with coming?
Cool.
Are you okay that it's
I'm turn up. What are you talking about?
He's finna drink.
We gotta be something though.
He's finna drink.
No, we gotta be something.
Run
what we gonna
DMC.
be? Nah, man.
Is that two? But it's three of them. I was just thinking that's the first thing that came to my head when I was thinking of three or
We gotta be
something.
outside the box.
Three Musketeers?
Nah, that's
The three
been
best friends that anyone could have. Look at me in my eyes when I sing this to you. We're the three best friends.
He don't want to. Hey, you see his brim up like this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Right there.
No.
Nope.
Smitty, what should we be, man? What's three or something, man?
Right.
How many,
I think we should be the three from The Wood.
Oh,
'Cause we got Big
Something
Mike.
like that.
movie.
Yeah, or something like
That's a
that.
good-ass
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. That's
Or we,
what I'm talking
or we could be
about.
Friday. Craig,
Yeah,
Craig,
You guys
Smokey,
can't be the Fat Boys?
and Big Worm.
Perm?
Big Perm.
How many Fat Boys were there? Was there
Three.
3 or 4? Three.
Hey, man, what you trying
Yeah.
to say, man?
I'm just saying, man.
Rome,
Him.
I was looking at you.
I might be Fat Albert.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I forgot. Last podcast, we were talking about, I forgot what he brought up, and I'm like we should all,
That'd be
like the
dope.
whole, the staff,
Yeah.
everybody, we
That'd
should
be
all
dope.
like be members from Fat Albert. But I was asking him, I said, would anybody get
That'd be
that still?
hard.
I don't know if anybody
Right.
would still get that.
You spend so much time
People
explaining it.
over 50.
Everybody-
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
What? So you just put on a red sweater, bro?
So why is your hat underneath? Like,
Why you keep talking like
I
that?
I like the
Security.
wood idea, though. The wood, that's dope.
The wood.
That's
Yeah,
original.
that's dope. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
something that's original, man. We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
You better do it soon. It's coming up.
It's coming up October 21st. You know what else is coming up? Spooky Haunted House at the FOP Hall on the 14th and 15th.
Bam.
Nobody else. I'll just hit the horns and I'll just hit the horns. I'll hit the horns. My bad. I was out of line.
We got automated
I
now.
was out of line.
Hit the meow.
I don't have the meow anymore. Meow. Damn. Spooky. My bad, bro.
Hey, you're good. You're
I
good.
did it with my mouth though. You said meow. Rome, I swear to God, man, you call that shit out, bro. Every time you just try to watch just a video,
Bro,
you don't
it'd
even
be
know
a new
it's-
artist. I'd be like, who is this?
Oh, who is this? All of a sudden you hear, meow.
Like, damn.
Hey, Spooky shot that too.
That's what's up.
I'm waiting on a video to drop. I just shot with the damn John Boy.
Yeah.
Doing Crutch Chapo, yeah, out in Inkster.
Hell yeah.
Yep,
Ink
did that.
Town.
Nope.
Hey, don't you got Spooky Bowling? When's Spooky Bowling?
Yeah, the 29th. So we're gonna be at the Monroe Sports Center. Shout out to Shane Held, Muggsy's. We're gonna be with Brainjerk Entertainment. That's gonna be, I think it starts at 5 or 6. 5.
Yeah, 5 to 7:30. What is it? Hour and a half. So
Hour and a half.
I
So
think
you
it was
pay-
5:30 to 7.
You pay $12. You get a slice of pizza, pop, and 90 minutes of bowling.
Cosmic bowling.
Cosmic bowling.
For how much?
$12.
Well, you know how cheap that is?
That's sweet.
That's
90
the idea.
minutes of bowling, you can't do that for $12.
That's the idea.
Right.
And you get pizza and pop. So
Man.
and we're all together and have a great time. Anytime we throw
Right.
an event, we're together. We always have fun. So
You know what I love about you guys' events? You guys always have food. I mean, every
Food-
event
food's
they have
for
food.
real.
that's,
together,
that's
yeah.
one of the gimmicks. It's important. I've been teaching
is.
them that
Yeah,
from day one.
You mentioned that when you was on here the
first.
first time you was on this podcast. I remember you
Sunday
mentioned
dinner.
that
I
talking
remember
about
that too.
drag
Family.
queen bingo.
Yeah.
Family style, too,
Well,
yeah.
that and then when you started
It's been
incorporating
hard.
all
It's
your
not always
events.
easy to do the food because that's the most expensive part.
Right.
You put $2,000 worth of catering in there. It's like,
Right.
well, okay, now we got to do this, but it's worth it.
Right.
It's worth it. We break bread together, and that's how we, So
Hey, we
It's
got some
DJ
visitors.
Smitty.
We got visitors. your 40th birthday party actually. So that was my real test. I'm in a weight loss challenge right now, right? So I'm down 10.2. I was down 9. I gained some weight, then I lost a bunch of weight, then I gained a couple pounds back, whatever. But my first week, I was down 9.2.
Wow.
So it was Monday is when I started. Your party was on Saturday. So before I got through my first week, that was the real test because it's free alcohol. It's free alcohol for the homies, right? Man. So of course, you know what I mean? I'm usually, turning up. Don't turn up, right? But that's not what got me. Not drinking, that doesn't win. That's not. Eat My Treats was in the building, and they just kept bringing out pans and pans of food for the buffet, man. I was like, oh, my God. I was smelling things without seeing them, and I was like, oh, that's barbecue wings. Oh, I smell buffalo sauce. There's cheese. There's cheese cooking. I could distinctively smell things because I hadn't eaten anything in 6 days that was
treats,
anything
man.
like that. Yeah.
They've been showing
Shout them out
for
again.
us. Nathan Allen and Eat My Treats. We just actually did an event with them. Spooky was there. We work a lot with him. That's a guy that's, I think he's from Monroe, and that's how it started and got tied to him. But Nathan's a great guy and putting on some great events. We had
he just had the what did he call it? The Babe Box or something like that? The small box?
Big box.
Big box.
No, it was for the ladies.
Small box challenge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was...
The
Who won that?
Baybats.
I didn't
There was
see
a
who
chick
won.
showed up.
A monster. I'll tell you that. That's who won it. A monster. Hey,
What was that?
Sorry. Hey, but you want to see something spooky? she ate that box like crazy. I was like, whoa.
scary, bro.
She ate the scary box.
Yeah, she did something with it. I swear, she put that boy away. Put T-Rup to shame.
Packed it up. Huh?
It was less than a minute. I said, oh, my God. She's tearing this up. You guys are in big trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the girls looked down, and we had Rachel. Rachel's last name? Altenberg,
yeah.
Come on. And I'm thinking her and my daughter Justice and Justice's girlfriend Courtney. And I'm thinking, we call Courtney Hoss. She always joke around and call me Hoss. So we thought Hoss was going to go in there.
Right.
And I look over
She
and
was
girl at the
shout.
corner. I didn't know they had a professional eater. Of course, Nathan didn't tell me that. But we don't discourage anyone from signing up.
Yeah.
So this is
had
what
a
All for
Ringers.
fun anyway,
But it is. It's a lot of fun. We had people all around, and the kids were screaming. And
Shout out to Eat My Treats. They're inside of Crystal
My
Market.
Treats.
That's out of Southgate. I believe it's Southgate, right?
Southgate, Michigan, yep. Eureka Road, right across from ABC Warehouse.
Yep, inside of Crystal Market. So you guys can go in there, check them out. They got the Big Box Challenge. They've got cannolis. They got
My first cheat day, I'm getting a cannoli.
Yeah, they got all types of stuff in there.
Chimichangas that are homemade, covered in different stuff.
And the fries, any type of them steak, the ones with the steak, the cheese, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Like
Build your own fries, dude. Those are so
yes.
We ordered a box yesterday. Had them in the spooky
good. Two of them, big boxes.
So
That's wild. Yeah, I follow him all the time. I be looking. I be like, damn, that shit look good.
Every month he puts a new special up, cooks a different type of food. Yeah.
I gotta dress you, Stelios, in your shirt. I keep staring at it, man.
Yeah.
Is that an exclusive?
this is an exclusive. So
It's got your black cat on there.
yeah.
Is that the black cat from Hocus Pocus?
No.
Okay.
Is that really your cat?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it may as well be. I mean, I got this boy patent pretty much, So
No, I like it. That's dope.
This is the logo right here. This is the Spooky brand, Spooky merch. I just had my hands tied up in all the events and investments that we have going on, so I wasn't able to print up merch how I wanted to. We still have a whole bunch of designs and stuff like that. I'm actually working out. I got to shout out Easy Beats out of Hong Kong. I'm working with him right now on an exclusive Spooky collaboration right now.
Man, that's really dope. There's collaborations, man. You said it. Collab, a collab.
Yeah.
And Brainjerk, man, they just launched their website,
Finally,
their merch.
Wait.
Yeah,
We're
talk
really
about it.
moving into the merch and the website, so everything's kind of centered. Before, when you'd go to the website, it would really just be YouTube and the shows and stuff. But I'll give it to Josh. He's always said this is more than a podcast, and he started with the podcast, and I got on with Taste of, and really we exploded from there with the events. But as much as I like the podcast and what they were doing, I really like what we're doing now. I really like live events, and I really like being in the community and working with the people that we do in our co-op. And I hope to see you guys a whole bunch more at all these events we're putting on.
Absolutely, man.
Together.
We be deep up in them things. We be deep up in. We're like a old 3-6 Mafia song or something, bro. Because we rolled. You know what? I love is when people see us like at Ryan's party, for example. We was over on the pool table side or whatever, and we're all sitting there kicking it. You know what I mean? Like, and some people came up because it's quiet over on that side. You hear people talk. you hear people talk. You hear people talk, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's them guys. Oh no, that's them guys. Oh
yeah.
Oh, them chicks. That's them chicks." And it was all people that are part of the co-op and that are connected and that are, you know what I mean, collaborating. And that was a good feeling to hear other people notice that. And we don't do it for the fame. We all know that we don't do it for the fame, but it is cool to hear that we are appreciated for and recognized for working together. Those guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got 3 different entities standing in one circle talking. You know what I mean?
That's so cool.
And we're all dapping each other laughing. That's a shit Rome I'm talking about. That's special that people don't get that everywhere, man.
That was crazy too. I've been taking Dylan and Caden and Uncle Bob to the IWR stuff. And the first time we went, you know, we parked way in the back. We're walking up. I'm just chilling with Dylan, and I'm just talking shit to him. And all of a sudden somebody goes, "Hey, it's DJ Big Mike." And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" You know. Dylan looks at me. He goes, "You are famous." I love it. I love it. I was like, okay, you can say that. I'm famous.
You are
right here.
And that's it's good with the kids, especially. I think it's always a good feeling because my kids are the same way. It's just, you know, even the older ones are like, my dad know everybody. Like,
Your dad,
my
you
dad,
do know.
my dad.
You
When
do
she
know
says it,
everybody.
makes me
Though.
feel-
But your kids
he
be
did that
everywhere
too.
too, though.
Yeah.
Your
You're
kids are
lying.
starting to be
They're
at
doing
that
it.
point.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, your
you're
kids know
teaching
more
them.
people than you.
the same way, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the whole point of what we're doing is to give it to them because how long do we have? We don't know. You know, tomorrow's not promised. So I try to give as much as I can back to the kids, not just my kids, but I've got Josh's kids and Spooky and Kayla's or Kayla's son, but Spooky's boy. You know, so all the kids are always are encouraged to participate in everything we do that they can.
That's what's up.
I tell you what, man. When my girls get to running around, because I always talk about this, man. People like your kids, people like Logan, people like Riot. You know what I mean? Mikey's son, like they've been in rooms with heavy hitters, don't even like they're 4 or 5 years old and have connections. Seriously,
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean? They have
Yeah.
connections that like their uncles. You know how everybody has uncles and aunts, right?
That's what we do.
Their uncles and aunts are already taken care of. You know what I mean? At 4 and
Right.
5 years old,
Exactly.
to be put in certain places when they become of age to do some really cool whatever they want to do, but really cool stuff, some really cool resources. That's the coolest thing about like I can't wait for my kids to get to the age where they
We're
understand
there
that.
right now. That's
Your
my
your
oldest
kids.
Justice at least. Is
Yeah, I was about to
there
say
right
your
now.
kids are at the age where they can start understanding
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
I just told that last night. We were talking about that, like my friends being your friends. I said most of these people that you as you get to know more and more, you take more and more, and they're your friends as well. And these are people they're going to look out for you just because of who you are. And if you're genuine and show your own personality even more beyond that, then it's going to grow organically anyways. Yes,
Absolutely.
beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Well, I always say who you know is what puts you on. What you know determines how long you stay there.
The truth.
And in a deep, in a deeper thing, that's what we're talking about.
Right.
Another quick shout out, Jamel Xavier with the Ouija. I got on Jamel Xavier. He's got on Jamel Xavier. That's Mike's youngest son.
Stitched.
Nice.
Stitched by Jamel Xavier. No vowels. Hit him up on Etsy.
Oh, sorry, the hat too. Yeah, the hat too. Yeah. So
Pretty much
talking
anything
about
I have
the plugs
embroidered
and your
is
shirt and
he's done
everything, and the kids and all that stuff. I mean, that's
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a dope thing, man. It's a dope thing. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. We had some fun. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see all the different things that are about to happen for this month. I think we're all excited for Halloween time. Like, it's a fun time. For adults, it's a fun time, and it's something that kids and adults can get excited about together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can't wait, man. So Amaya's October 21st. Friday Funnies is back. Kevin Zioli, Big Dooley, Downtown Dev, DJ Big Mike on the ones and twos. Wear your costume. We're going to have a $100 for the best costume. Just so many different cool things that are going to be happening that night. Obviously, 8 Mile specials and flowing. A late night menu that Tino's going to have of some very, very, very good authentic Mexican food. Just so many cool things going on that night. Bam. Also, I got to give a quick shout out to Nate Thompson because I believe the day before our show on the 20th is when he's launching the horror museum.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that's popping off. You know what I mean?
Right across from Amaya's.
Right. Is it crossed? Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the building
I
yet.
love that
I thought it
Monroe
was.
has so many options of stuff
Yeah.
to get into.
Stuff to do now. Right.
So yeah, and we got
Real
the spooky.
stuff.
Talk about the spooky one more time. The spooky night.
We got a spooky night, October 14th and 15th. It's going to be this week. That's going to be over there at the FOP off Strasburg Road. That's also kid friendly from 6 to 7 p.m. You can bring the kids out. You know, we're not going to scare them too much, but bring them out, have a good time. I gotta give a shout out to Sugar Donuts out of Woodhaven. They're going to be there providing donuts and cider as you make your way around. And also Bowling with Spooky. October 29th. I'm sorry, we got so many events. It's like, what day is this land on? You know,
Yeah.
so
Give a
October
shout
29th.
out to Suzette Bates
Yes.
with the Haunting in the Hills. She jumped on as sponsor of our Best Of show. We love to have her. We're airing her ad commercial, if you will, a promo for her haunted house.
During
which
Best
is
Of.
super fun out there, and I've known lots of people over the years that have been out there and had some fun. So make sure to check that out and check out our new show, Best Of, and the Taste Of season 3 coming soon.
Man, so many different things
Appreciate you
coming
guys
up.
having us too, as always. You know,
So many things coming up.
For sure.
Rome, what are you doing for October?
I'm chilling, bro. Like I'm always
Keep
doing.
playing
Stop
Madden.
playing, right? I'm playing Madden.
He's
But
staying in the
I'm
house.
saying, like Halloween night. Like,
Nah,
what
I'm
does
on
Rome do on a Halloween
Come on,
night?
Y'all be bringing me out, bro.
No,
bringing me out.
no, Rome, because you got to.
right.
You want to know what I'm doing Halloween night?
Huh? What are you
I
doing?
don't know
Not
what's
the
going
same thing
on.
as y'all do.
Right. I don't know what's going on.
Halloween. You're
Halloween
doing
night.
it.
Same thing I do every year on Halloween.
What's
What's
that?
that?
I go to Insane Clown Posse and get soaked in Faygo and die in a damn mosh pit. You know?
Wow, sir.
That boy crazy.
I wasn't ready for all that. I didn't. I forgot that you was a juggalo. I
like
forgot
that.
I forgot that you was a juggalo.
Now that's
Loosely
spooky.
used as a word, honestly, because I don't compare myself to. No offense to the juggalos, but
What's the
you know
juggalo?
what, hell
Oh,
with
okay. I didn't know.
it. Hell
I
with
didn't
them,
know.
I don't care. You know, these
okay.
dirty
Yeah.
boys. I ain't necessarily the typical juggalo,
What's a
but
juggalo?
they're fans of Insane Clown Posse. That's basically what it boils down to.
You gotta Google it.
So,
Can't explain that.
but it's a
You
lot
gotta
of
I'm
fun.
gonna
to-
Go to
put it like
YouTube.
this. You want to see something spooky? Walk down the street with like 5 juggalos coming at you, bro. Yeah, you're gonna be like,
Go with
Never
him
mind,
on
yeah.
Halloween. You'll see something crazy.
We've been going since I was a teenager, so I'm like a force to be reckoned with out there. A couple people, I've got a
you
little
got
crew that I
experience.
go with. Take the bus out there, and we
Yeah.
just party, and we do the gathering of the juggalos and all that stuff, which is super live. But yeah, man.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Wild out party. Wild out party.
shake it, that booty.
See, they don't know that.
Wow, boy, I had a flashback of the Yin Yang twins. Well, right here in Money Road, Michigan, at the River Raisin. Woo! Come on now, got a lot of booty in your pants, and you got a lot of booty in your pants, and you got to wrong. Just that. Okay, my bad.
You good, bro?
Hey man, this is the
Sorry,
Beyond the
man.
Tracks podcast. We really appreciate you fellas for coming through.
Thank you.
And sharing all your love, sharing everything that you got going on, and just for collaborating so much for us, with us. And we really like no bullshit, man. Like we genuinely fucking love being right here across the hall from you guys and be able to do all the cool things that we do. No doubt. So with that being said, man, we got Brainjerk Entertainment, we got Spooky Films associated with the development group. We got Beyond the Tracks podcast, Beyond the Tracks production, and let's not forget, the man next to me with Totally Focused Entertainment, we got DJ Smitty joining us. DJ Smitty gets a horn one time. DJ Smitty just pops up. Hey, DJ Smitty's like this song, I pop up at your party. I'm with the guy. Like you never know when he's just gonna pop into town. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, boom, he's on the turntable. You're like, who is that? Oh, that he hit that drop. Oh, that's DJ Smitty.
Oh, it's Smitty.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it all like that. I try to make it a little bit less. Because I didn't want to go all the way sexy. Okay.
He got the sexy voice. It is popping.
He went authentic.
Yeah, okay. I feel you. Yeah, man, this is Beyond the Tracks podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
Talk.